5-year-old keeps asking why about everything, you're not raising a difficult child. You're raising a thinking one. How you respond to those why questions can either build their intelligence or quietly shut it down. Stay with me, because this phase isn't a problem, it's a window. Why does this phase feel so exhausting? At around age 5, children enter a stage where questions explode. They ask, why is the sky blue? Why do people work? Why can't I eat sweets all day? Why does that happen? To parents, it feels relentless. But developmentally, this is one of the most important cognitive stages in a child's life, because why isn't noise. It's thinking out loud. So we ask what's really happening in the brain of a 5-year-old. At this age, the brain is shifting from memorizing to reasoning, accepting to questioning, observing to connecting ideas neurologically. Children are beginning to understand cause and effect, not just rules. When your child asks why, they're not challenging authority. They're testing logic. They're learning how the world works, how explanations connect, and whether answers make sense. This is the foundation of critical thinking. Why does adults often shut these kids down? Without meaning to. Most parents don't dismiss curiosity on purpose. They do it because they're tired. So their responses become, keep quiet because I said so, or stop asking, or that's just how it is. And while those responses feel harmless, research shows that repeated dismissal teaches the child a subtle lesson. Questions are inconvenient, thinking too much is annoying, and curiosity has limits. Over time, children don't stop asking not because they understand, they stop asking because they've learned it's unwelcome. How does why builds problem solvers? Children who are encouraged to ask why tend to develop stronger reasoning skills, better emotional understanding, and higher confidence in decision-making. They learn how to break problems apart, explore multiple explanations, and tolerate uncertainty in simple terms. So asking why trains the child's brain to think beyond the surface. That skill doesn't just help in school. It helps in relationships, decision-making, and resilience, even when they grow. How should parent nurture why without losing your mind? You don't need to answer every question perfectly. You just need to respond intentionally. Try this instead today. Turn why back to them. When they ask why, you ask them, what do you think? Or say, let's figure it out together. Admit when you don't know. You can set gentle boundaries without shutting curiosity down. Say, I'll answer 2 more. Then we pause. This teaches them that thinking is safe and questions are valued. Just know that endless why phase won't last forever. But the message you send and how you handle it will. Know that you're not just answering questions. You're teaching your child whether their curiosity matters. And in a world that rewards thinking, problem solving, and adaptability, that may be one of the greatest gifts you give them. So the next time your child asks why, you should pause. You're not being tested, you're being invited into their mind. If you enjoy this video, like and subscribe to Family 360 for more easy parenting tips